Hello and welcome to Game 3 of Round 1 of the first StarCraft 2 Scrunchable Cadaver tournament. I've butchered this already. My name is Antman, and joining me, as always, is Mr. Mohan.
Hello, hello. You always seem to, put lots of time and practice in it, but it's all a fake, isn't it? And those intros.
I know, that's it. I think it's an enabling device. I just pretend to be awkward. Hugh Grant got away with it for 10 years.
He did, and he probably made about $100 million out of it.
Game 3.
You've only $99,990,099 £99 still to go.
I earned £5 off it when I made a tramp feel bad for knocking out my ice cream out my hand one time. But that's
great.
it. So, Game 3. We have Mr. Fear. We
do.
I believe he's Protoss, is he not?
He is Protoss, he is.
Even though I said he was Zerg in the tournament draw, because
You said he was Zerg, maybe Terran. So that pretty nailed on to be.
And a player I haven't met before, Mr. Zag. He is in.
No,
he's a Zerg that I am fairly sure of. So,
another one of the
courtesy of
group,
Mr. Sayem.
the crew.
It's Sayem's talent group he's brought in. So a bit of an unknown quantity tonight.
Indeed.
And Castiness, we don't know how this is going to go. I've tried to stay entirely away from any kind of information, even though Fear is a giant spoiler. I would like to tell us the results. I've tried to keep my ears closed as much as I can.
Indeed.
So yes, hopefully we're going into this blind and we can, hopefully cast a good game.
That's great. I don't actually know too much about Fear's style. I have played with him a bit, but
I think I've only played
I concentrate on my own game.
Yeah.
I concentrate on my own game whenever I've been playing with him,
I don't think I've really played competitively against him like in the standard game. I've certainly played a lot of mods with him, a lot of the Mafia, a lot of the 1338, but not the sort of vanilla game we see here.
So the only thing I do know about him is that he recently redid his placement matches because he had been playing 1v1s and he's placing platinum, and I don't think he's having a very good time in there, to be fair.
I'd hate that.
That's awful.
I'd absolutely
that would put you off
hate
playing 1v1.
Oh, dearie me. So yeah, well, he got there though. He must have something.
Mm-hmm.
Must have something.
He might have cheesed his whole way there. We just don't know.
DT Rush, yeah. His way up to platinum.
If we could get cannons, we could get anything here. So
proxies, yeah. So,
bring it on.
Who knows? So I don't think we've had much more to say. We don't know a huge amount about either player, but it's ZVP, and it should hopefully be entertaining.
Mm-hmm. So I'll switch over to the stream, and we'll hit play on faster in 3, 2, 1.
Hammer
away. So, starting with Mr. Fear in the top right in a lovely purple.
That's it, the purple Protoss Eater doing his thing.
Protoss.
And down in the southwest we have the blue Zerg of Zag. It's a ZagZag.
Yep.
Do you think that's why it's
ZagZag.
called Zag?
It could be.
Do you think he's like...
Maybe that was his only choice. He didn't know what race to play at the start, and he thought, let's go Zerg.
I'm a Zag.
Oh.
Do you think he's like got some Romany blood in him? He's a bit like a pikey.
Why not Zigzag Zerg though?
Do you like Zags?
That would have been.
I'm a Zag. I like the banelings, so I do.
So, here we have a little detour around from Fear. What's he going to throw down? A pylon, surely. There it is. First pylon down, with an Overlord down just before from Zag.
I love it, just how you ignore my casual racism. I'm not going to let it drop.
No, definitely not. All our Peggy listeners. Sorry, Peggy's not a PC term, is it? Right, okay.
Nah, it's more of an
Damn
Xbox
it, you're dragging
term.
me down with you.
Pikey's all over the Xbox.
That's true. BBC 2 programs are all called Pikey something, so that's alright. Anyway, Fear's gone a long way around here in his scout, and we have a spawning pool down on 8 here from ZagZag. So a bit of early pressure maybe, and he's got a gas down, hopefully with the thought of going
Evo chamber, something like that, or fastlings.
Well, no, it's fastlings is what he'd be doing. So Fear spotted the
that's very early
spawning
spawning pool.
pool.
Yeah.
And he's got his gateway down. If he can get his core up and throw his zealot, he should be fine. Always sticking down the forwards instead.
Let's throw a cannon up there, and you can just there's no onus on Protoss to expand too early anyway.
No, they can't do, but I mean, just like everything else. Oh, he's thrown a pylon down in the natural there.
So he is. That's it.
Just for a bit of vision, maybe to see the lings when they come out, when they come running up. Let's see, we have... No, he's got the early pull. He's got 1 in gas, 2 in gas now, and he's going queen, so he's not going early links.
So he's kind of hamstrung himself slightly in that he sort of he went so early, probably did jeopardise his early economy for that.
Oh look! Maybe he did cannon rush his way to the top. Oh dear God!
He's only put 1 though. He's sent the probe off now.
He has sent the probe off. He maybe doing it for a little bit of.
Well, yeah, you would certainly expect most Zerg to be coming down and expanding about now already, if not way before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just trying to put that off, and I think he's trying to throw down a little forward pylon here, just at the back door, I think, as well.
So that's it. We've got the 6 lings now out for Zag. Hopefully, I think he's waiting for these 2, and then he will make a move. But if he does go running down his main ramp, he's going to find a face full of cannon, which is going to nail one of them Zerglings off the bat.
Bit of a funny placement from Fear for the other pylon on the gold base. He could have stuck it right and given himself vision to warp in units up above. So he could have stuck it right at the lip there. But
I think
maybe he didn't want to give it away.
Yeah, it's just more of a
vision.
That's an information gathering exercise rather than offensive movement.
He could have done a bit of it. But anyway.
But then if it was too close to the ramp, then it could have been seen by Queen and sort of like picked off.
It could, but I mean, he could have still placed it as in weird enough place. But anyway, neither here nor there.
So that's it. Coming down, sticking with Zag. He's now seized the cannon. He's got the surround. That cannon should go down fairly quickly with minimal losses, I'd suggest. So that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
Oh.
So he's got speed's just about to finish. This is mainly nest up. He has the minerals there, certainly, to throw down an expansion, and there it goes. He needs to start churning out some units.
I'll be tempted if I were him just to even go sort of like double expand, something like that.
Yeah, he's got the money there. He may as well use it. It's sitting there doing nothing for him. He's got the lead here in supply. He's thrown out 12 links straight off the bat here with 5 banelings. So this isn't a bad push. He's got himself a bit of supply blocked out. No, he's not. He's straight off. You've got a cannon coming down from Fear. He's corner boosting out his.
This could be very strong from Zag. If he hits about right, if he gets past, there's one zealot blocking the way. But I mean, there's not a lot else out for Fear really. I mean, he's got a couple of zealots, no stalkers down yet.
He could just come straight through the middle here and wipe out this pylon. That's what he should be trying to do with the 5 banelings. Go now, Zag. You have him in trouble. He's corner out. No, he's not even cornering. He's just building the stalker. One stalker's just maybe enough of a buffer here. So he's going there as well. So
here he goes, looks at the expo, finds nothing.
So he's done this quite well. He's used his
but he needs
to get them out of the way. Oh no! He's got himself trapped. So he did it the way you're supposed to do it. Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, he finally got them through. That really would have been a very nice bust if he had been able to get his Zerglings out of the way again. Those 5 Zerglings would have maybe taken down everything that he needed to, the 2 Zealots and maybe the Pylon.
Well, that's it. So, I mean, if anything, the technical side let him down there. He had the right numbers, he had the right ideas. If he had have just, he sent the Zerglings forward first to take any fire from the cannon, just to, take the damage and possibly from any stalkers. And then the plan was to send the Banins through, bust down either the Pylon or the Forge, or just to open up the front doors to let the rest of the Zerglings come flooding in. If that had happened, I think it would have pretty much been GG, really, if he'd have got into his mineral line.
It would have been very, very... Because he had enough lings there to just get a surround on anything that would have been produced. And he wouldn't have had to worry about the cannon at the front at all. Here we have the warped in units here at the back door, as I said. He could have just warped him up straight on the high ground. I'm just going to say that once more. But, he can start working on these rocks. ZagZag's been caught in a bit of a...
That's it. He's now got to. He's now sort of trying to put a plaster over it, just trying to sort of repair the bad situation, the bad initial attack, possibly trying to save face. But if he needs to go, he needs to go now.
He have the economy. Yeah, he's trying to get the units up now. Same thing. He's going to be stuck. He needs to turn these into banelings, but he has the money. He has the money. Make it. The sphere works in the rocks at the back here.
That's it. He's starting to come down. No vision at all from Zag on the rocks at all. He doesn't even know this is coming out as yet.
Yeah, you should always have an overlord. It's an easy it's short distance from your hatch. They're just thrown overlord just for a bit of vision, and this is going to be
very tragically aware of this right now. This is not going to be pretty. There's nothing left there.
Nah,
in production.
There's nothing there.
10 bailings, but I mean they're at the front door. They're now very slowly trying to run back.
Them. He'd have been as well going for a base race, to be perfectly honest. But I suppose
he's got the Expo, which has got a few.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to get the surround on the stalkers and things here. No, they're just. This isn't so hot. Oh, he's a bit unlucky. He's throwing 14 Zerglings out.
The Banelings have finally made their way back. They could have absolutely nailed these stalkers in the pylon there, but he's just trying to.
Yeah.
Well, they'll do the job there on the ones in his front door, but
no, that's a pretty decent surround.
But the probes still stand. It's the water's going to keep on flooding in.
And he just hasn't got the minerals now to finish this off.
No money in second base.
He's done a decent job, though, really, of trying to get back. And
that's it. It was a fairly unfortunate timing for him, only because they'd only just transformed into Banelings, and then the attack came in. If they were still Zergling, he'd be back in like 4 seconds, but as it turns out, it took him 20 seconds to get back. By then, all the drones were gone, and the damage was really done.
It was done. That's exactly right. So he's trying to hold on desperately, but there's just more and more units getting worked in here at the back door. And yeah, that's going to be game one. Really unfortunate because, as we say, early doors, those 5 Banelings, if he had hit them just right at the right time, that could have been just as easily game over in for the other way. So a bit unfortunate.
That's it. I mean, Zag certainly did have the spark. He had the good ideas. He was doing the right things, but quite possibly in slightly the wrong way at the wrong time, kind of.
Well, if he didn't make any mistake after that, it was that he rushed to Lings and threw them outside his base rather than consolidating the position. He was behind. He knew he had no economy, and he was still blocked off at the front. So
it's a bit of a hard one to call, because if you consider if the things that went wrong went right for him, then
they'd have been an easy winner.
That would be it. I mean, especially with the Banelings and the Zerglings at the front door of Fear's base. As well, that could have gone a very different way.
Indeed, but as it turns out, it's going to be.
That's going to be it. Yeah, there's no coming back
nothing
from that.
Here. And as soon as these 2 drones pop out, there's going to be no supply.
We're waiting for the GG. It's not happening yet.
There you go.
The drone's
the
drone's doing a number on that stalker. Considering the stalker's about 9 foot tall as well, and
we're still on supply. All that's away. There's no units, and we have.
You still got that creep tuner.
That's defeat.
Dear.
Dear.
Adve has left the game as well. Spectating.
Must have been a spectator at the time. Tilt was.
There's
enough for the advanced scouting in this, dear God.
How many bastards we got in it? I hope there's no cheating going on. If I catch whiff of any cheating, I'm going to disqualify both of them.
Right, you do that. See the interest this game generated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was Phil. Fear took game 1. We went over it quite a bit. That, ZagZag had his opportunity at the start, and he just couldn't get his lings out of the way. He did it exactly right. You're supposed to throw your lings in first, to buffer, especially if there's a cannon there, and then try and get them out of the way. And they just were stuck. You couldn't quite micro them away just to let the Banelings come through and take out the 2 zealots and maybe take out the pilot as well.
That's it. I mean, as I said before, if the 50-50s, if the things that went wrong, possibly due to his own fault from the technical side of things, if those things went right, then we could be sitting with Fear 1-0 down at this point here. But instead, it just it just didn't happen
really,
that way.
Really interesting. So we've got game 2 coming up. So
that's it. I mean, from the outset, it seems, I don't know, it did seem fairly one-sided for Fear, but then, well, I don't know, I don't think it was strictly that one-sided myself. Not really.
No,
although the result
definitely,
was,
certainly at the end it might have felt like that for him, but yeah, definitely something to be looking at and saying, if I executed better there, as in most games of StarCraft, if I execute better, I might be able to, pull off an easy victory for me, and my opponent might have been feeling a bit a bit more down about the whole thing.
That's it. But I think I'm slightly having a technical issue. I think Mr. Mohan is also having an issue when he tried to load up Game 2. So we may have to re-download the replay file, get it from the source again, and we will take a quick commercial break and be back straight with you. And we're back from those advertisements. Who would have thought that Anasol would want to sponsor us?
I would have actually. I've been listening to some of your previous work on.
I thought it'd be like, I thought it was going to be Durex, but then no. Preparation
We've got to work up to Durex.
Yeah, I know. So we are back anyhow with Game 2 after Fear's, I wouldn't say lucky, fortunate possibly, serendipitous performance in Game 1 where he's taken the lead. Now he has. Yep, stands on a 1-0 lead with Zag trying to come back. So let's see, I don't know what, if I was Zag, I don't know what sort of like quick advice you could give him to really sort of help him improve in that way. I mean, I don't know of anything in particular he did that wrong in the first game. No,
he certainly didn't. I mean, if I was planning for Game 2, I'd say that Fear will go for an early scout. I would, if I was him, I would drone up until the scout arrives, then fake maybe maybe not in fake, maybe wait till that point to then throw down your spawning pool so that you can build up an economy, so that if an attack comes, he'll be able to fall back on it. You'll have a decent economy behind him.
Well, I see.
Maybe play the long game.
Yeah, a puzzling thing. Zag did have the map choice and he chose World Ship, which is, I don't know, just looking at the sort of map itself, it is a bit of a strange one, just because the natural is such a long way away from your main base.
It is. It is not helpful to Zerg. The rump is a bit bigger, certainly.
Yeah. But then that's it. The natural expansion is so far away. Plus, there's another back door, sort of with the upper ground, just to inside your own base. So unless you're really looking at that, then someone could come in the back door again as well.
That should be a strength for Zerg, because all you have to do is put an overlord over that thing, because you've Overlord's bunched up anyway. So that's a place where you could just throw one and have it sitting there, and as soon as it goes down, you've got warning that something's there, and you have to always have full visibility. So backdoors should be easy for Zerg, as opposed to Terran. A Terran has to sacrifice a unit there, and even then, the rocks might be down before they even get notification of it, whereas a Zerg player can just float an Overlord and get vision of it whatever he wants to.
Well, that's it, and they've got the high ground vision as well, so even with the Terran with a supply depot at the bottom would not have that upper ground vision, so they could still be attacked from there and not be able to attack back.
Indeed. So
it shouldn't be an issue, but it may be.
So maybe Zag's thinking one base play here again.
Yeah, one base strong.
If he wants strong one base play, there's quite like I say, there's a big enough ramp for his opponent to take down or to block up there. Fear will probably through a cyber core, his gateway, a cannon, and maybe something else, maybe another pylon, maybe to block it off. But we'll see.
That's it. Yeah, good stuff.
Right, I'll switch over to the game. If this kicks in, right, lovely. And ready to go in 3,
Yep.
2, 1, go. Right, so we'll start with Zag this time up in the top right, playing in a lovely red, as Zergy red, and he's done what I always do as well. He's shift-clicked his drones back and sent his overlord with it to the back. I do that all the time as well. And Fear down the bottom left, and his Stillness purple again. Just sticking his drones coming out. So, nothing too much exciting at this stage, never is. We've no early scout. Zag's decided to just leave his overlord out there.
Never know, could be dropping. Someone could be dropping him in the back.
He's looking out for the warp prism, so there's the pylon down and then the quick scout for Fear.
That's it, at 9, yep.
Going for a little dander. Very, very similar openings. You've got the overlord going up for ZagZag.
That's it. That is really the stock opening for most Protoss, though, isn't it? Just lay the pylon and run off from there. That's it. Go scout with that. It just seems very organic, very natural to do that.
It is that. There's not too many other ways you can do it, and there he goes. Zag's actually taken for hiding his overlords away. Maybe he's a bit afraid. He's got the pulley down again on 10.
That's it, right in the back door.
And the gas down at exactly the same time. So he's going exactly the same build. To be fair, there was nothing to say that he shouldn't, because the first game it would have worked quite well. What Fear's got now has got a bigger ramp to mine, so maybe he's thinking I'll get in there quite more quickly.
Yeah, certainly. So another forge for Fear. Could it be an FFE, possibly a Forge Fast Expand out of there? Or
well,
I think he's just
if he did, it would be further up. Yeah, he's going to play exactly the same as he did in the first game. He's going to wait for the attack and then counter. I think we'll probably see. Yeah, there's the scouting pylon.
Yeah, the drone's in. Oh God, another pylon in the front.
Yeah.
Reckon we see another cannon? I do. Look at the money he's floating, and the forge just coming down.
Yeah, he's going to throw a cannon down.
Forge.
He's holding the drone there as well.
Forge is down. He's got the money. There it is. These bloody Protoss. I hope I see him later on.
Oh, 2 cannons.
He's fairly committed into this now then. A lot of money's got into this. So unless this is spotted very quickly, this could be disastrous for Zag already.
That's 3 cannons.
That's it. He's
cheap.
Shut the door and he's gone home. But that's it. I mean, if he spots it, I mean, could it be a time to try and throw out some lings and try and bust out into the sort of like the expo on the left?
Well, if he went for Banelings again, he would just have to take out the one pylon. There's only one pylon there for 3 cannons.
Yeah.
So he could get those in, but his best thing to do is to do Spinecaller Creep, to be perfectly honest. Spinecallers have bigger range than the cannons.
So. He's massing Zerglings. Hope he's not trying to
run an awful lot of Zerglings to take this down. The Zerglings in its own, it's a folly to do that at all. He needs to either go Banelings to take out that one pylon, or he goes.
The Baneling Nest is coming down.
Yeah,
he's also
so
going
that's
for
what he needs to do.
Speed as well.
So he needs to come to there and then down in, just so that he's only getting the one cannon. Maybe even come right the far way across and then come in, so that he's not hitting the 2 cannons all the time.
He's going in. He's attacking the cannons. Oh dear. This really will not go well at all.
No, I can't get this around on him. He's no speed.
He's already lost 18 units, 19, 20 units.
Yeah, he's got 1 cannon down, but that wasn't the way to do it.
That really
far more economical.
I mean, if you look at the units lost tab, he's already lost 23 Zerglings at a cost of 600 minerals, which at this point in the game is disastrous. 600 minerals.
Yeah, it's just that's ugly, and he's really in trouble now. So he's committed. He thinks he has to build Zerglings here.
That's it. We've got a probe at the back door of his base also, so expect warp-ins from there.
So that's exactly the type of warp-in we're talking about. If you look at the... Well, he could have done with even being a bit closer. He should be able to warp in a couple of units down the below. Yeah, he'll get something, yeah. And he's expanded just at that short base. So, actually, if you look at it, the big problem that he had was... The big problem that he had was the fact that he didn't use his overlords. He decided to hide them away. If he'd thrown one straight, as you should, on your ramp, no, he'd have been much, much better off.
So this doesn't look too bad. I know it was catastrophic, but I mean the initial outlay for Fear actually spending those 3 cannons and 1 pylon was still 550 resources.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. It was a big commitment, a bit of a strange.
So that's it. It has stunting him. The sort of bigger, longer lasting damage is going to be with Fear now having a second fully fledged base. Well, a base that's about ready to be complete now.
Go. The wee Automaton 2000s knows all about it, but
they never speak.
Yeah, these overlords. You're just losing one of the great advantages of Zerg. To hide them away like that. I know there can be a bit of a pain sometimes if somebody comes out with some error that you can't.
That's it. He's also supply blocked at the moment as well. He's 26-26. Hasn't even started building an overlord. There we go. We got one started now. But...
yeah, just going. But and he's got a roach one. He did this in the first game as well. He went Ling, Baneling, Roach, built all 3 when he really didn't need to. He'd have been better off either saving the money for the Banelings and throwing down an Evo Chamber to get +1, or something like that for his Lings. He's tried to get the 3 too quickly.
Yeah.
Try and keep it simple, especially when you're trying to build up an economy at the same time. He still does have the supply lead, and he's went for his early lure. Probably
4 roaches coming out now for him now though. This supply blocked
this
again.
Isn't bad. Yeah. But there's Fears decided to go +1 instead. He's throwing down another cannon, and he's got this pylon which could probably warp in a couple of units on the low ground here. 2 zealots would cause all sorts of havoc here. Take down a couple of and especially considering he did that in the first game, that's what you would have been looking for.
Yeah. That's it. So at the moment, I mean, our incomes were fairly, well, they're not quite identical. After all that shenanigans at the start, there are now only 11 harvesters for Zag, but then 22 probes for Fear as well. So the income is going to start really ramping up now that second base is getting more saturated.
So the longer this goes on, and while Zag has a good advantage here, he should really be trying to attack these back rocks. If he's worried about the front door, which is heavily fortified, as you can see, if he goes straight for these back rocks, and it would cause all sorts of problems. If he just took all this force and went for it, again, would have him. So it's supply blocked again.
He's not keeping an eye on that. But no, I don't know. Fear isn't producing probes from his second base there. He hasn't. I've been keeping an eye on it for a minute or two. He just hasn't. Yeah, been knocking up probes on it.
Pretty strange.
Another one is primary.
Maybe I think he has got himself a bit stretched with his initial tactics. Here's a spar again. Spending an awful lot of money where he doesn't need it.
He just needs
200 for spars. An awful lot of money at this stage of the game.
He just needs to get out there and get involved, as it were. He needs to do something.
If he took this force, it could cause problems here. I mean, there only are 3 units. Take from. I mean, Spar's great unit, especially in these big wide open maps. There's quite a force in massing here at this back door as well.
That's it. He has no vision of this at all. There's no creep spread at all, really. So he doesn't know this is coming. And again, it's going to do him in. It did him in the first game also.
Yeah, he probably has enough units to, at least hold it off for a while.
I can hold it. Yeah,
those 4 sentries. Those 4 sentries. I don't know how good Fear sentry play is, but one's Queen's
additional more zealots. There we go. So he's about to see any
no,
second.
This is He probably doesn't have.
And the reaction.
He doesn't have it now. Well, he hasn't seen it. He'll only see it now. How long? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3
enough.
Mississippi. Here we go. Yeah, most of the drones are away now, and he can't get us around on it because they've got in the choke there at the time. Oh dear.
The Roaches is doing that thing. Here, take this down. He will hold this easily enough, but then it's what it does after this. It's now they're just going to steadily trickle in. He's got enough. Fear has enough gates that he can just outproduce this.
There you go. Just get caught in the choke, and that's game 2. Oh, again, Real pity, because, again, ZagZag had his opportunity there, unbeknownst to him, and his lack of vision is what let him down.
That's it.
On it.
Yeah, he didn't use. He didn't really have a game plan. Really, it seemed. He didn't use the Overlords for a start to do anything to get the vision. I mean, he's gone sort of like a jack of all trades. So he's got the Baneling Nest, didn't use the Roach Warren. He used a wee bit. He's got the Spire as well. He's got the Evo Chamber that wasn't really doing anything, and it's as you say, off sort of like he's got his second base up and running now. But I mean, at the time his economy was shot anyway, so all that just off one, and he didn't really produce anything off it or try and capitalise. And the greatest, sort of boon for being a Zerg is getting that map vision, getting that creep spread, getting those Overlords out there, and sort of just knowing what's coming and reacting to it. But then,
well, you've seen that. When Kainelor played Shatners, I mean, he had Overlords right across the map. They're sitting prey, no doubt, to be taken down easily. But while those Overlords are getting taken down, you can see the troops. You can get a good idea of where your opponent's putting their money, etc. You know, they're a real boon for any Zerg player to have.
And that is it. That will be the game. There's no coming back from this. He's not even producing anything off it. It's that is it. So that is unlucky. It could have gone if I think with about 3 or 4 hours of coaching. I'm not saying I'm some bloody pro or anything like that, but just with by tweaking a few little things, he could make a massive difference. He
could certainly shoot up. He certainly could have beat Fear twice here.
That was it. Fear was certainly beatable, I would say. No GG either. I don't think it was terribly experienced.
So, yeah, well, I mean,
not in a bad way. I mean, it's probably in a bad way that I have been watching streams and whatnot for such a long time. In that, you just know the nuances and all that, and it's, I don't know, it's, with a wee bit of coaching, just with a wee bit of polishing up, he could become...
A wee bit of direction, just on what way you should be using your units, and the things to concentrate on. There's a good player in there. He went with the first game, good plan. Second plan, I think the 3 cannons threw him. Especially losing, again, those units early doors really put him in a position where he thought he was behind before he started. Without even taking into consider that there was 550 minerals put into that little cannon contain.
That's it,
that Fear put up.
If he could even sort of ignore it, and sort of if he could get the Zerglings up, and because I mean he wasn't particularly looking at expanding very quickly anyway. I mean, it may have paid just for him to try and bash down those rocks and expand out to the left.
Go the other way.
And then at that point, Phil would be in some real trouble because he's sunk 550 minerals into that, and then he'd just have to run up into the undefended main base with half a dozen Zerglings. Could put him right in the shit.
There could have been 40 or 50 Zerglings there for Fear, who had only had maybe
that's it.
two stalkers and a zealot. Yeah,
that's it. So again, it's experience would have paid off really. But that's it. Again, there's like they always say, you just can't teach experience. It's the only thing. It's just time, and time.
But what will be interesting is if next tournament when it comes around, I'd like to see ZagZag again and take some of those things and go right and see how people improve. Because I know from watching old streams of myself playing, and you cringe when you watch it when you think, oh my god.
Yeah.
Everything, the game was moving so fast for them, but you weren't doing...
I'm going to go for an early expand at 12 minutes.
You didn't know the things to concentrate on, I think, was the biggest thing. You didn't see the importance of building drones, doing all those things, having good vision, all the things that try and do a bit better. Still not very good, I've got to be honest, in my case, but I do know that I should be doing them, rather than ignoring it.
You know why you're shit now. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, that is true. When I play now, I generally know why I've lost when I play. Sometimes it just used to be, he's better than me, he's better than me, he's better than me, he's better than me. But most cases, I can see exactly why I lost. Where I threw units away and that kind of stuff.
Dear. I don't know. So I think, yes, that will certainly see Fear going through on the winners bracket, going through to the next round, and Zag being moved down to the losers bracket with my bad self.
Is he playing you?
I don't know.
You've been taking notes?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even looked at the table for a while because I'm tremendously lazy, and it is the Jubilee weekend.
Right, well...
That's a good excuse as any.
Let's see. I'll pull up the table, the bracket, should I say. I know Fear goes on to play Kainelor.
Oh, that'd be good.
Another Zerg. Yes, indeed. So we'll see exactly what he's made of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fear plays against Kainelor, he does indeed. And ZagZag drops down to... He will play the winner. In fact, he will play yourself.
Will he really?
He will indeed. So you play ZagZag.
God.
Oh God. So those banelines and things you'll have to deal with, or roaches.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go back to my tried and trusted technique of Hellion Ghost.
That worked fabulously the first time.
It was politics,
and
man.
Second
Politics.
Time, third time. So I think the next game we'll have coming up is myself against Tilt.
Yabao versus Tilt. Yeah, that's right. I will have to rope someone into the commentary booth here to wax lyrical with me about those games.
Indeed.
Again, I don't know anything about them, but I know there are 3 games, so it's we'll be down to an ace match with that one. So it should be good stuff. Hopefully in the next day or so I should be looking at getting them up there. With tremendously lower production values because, Chris does all the tarting up his end, so yes.
Yes, I have the better internet connection.
There may be there may be some drawn diagrams on paper of the tournament bracket that I drew up.
We'll have Divern versus Adve as well at some stage next week. And then, we'd start to see the losers bracket kick on as well.
That's it. Should be good.
So it'll all be fun. All
we got some cracking games coming up though. Fear Kainelor should be a really good one.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
Yeah. Who's still playing again? Is in the winners? He's obviously I don't know that result yet. So he's just played you, and then so I don't know that result.
I'm giving nothing away. Nothing away.
No, of course. So yeah, some exciting stuff. I hope they don't find out that they're playing for nothing at all and we haven't got a prize.
We have got a prize?
Of course we do. It's
no, we really do.
The money was resting in my account.
There's a lovely beta release of Windows 8 just out, I think. I can put somebody's way.
It will come on, it's going to come on a CD with no writing on it.
Indeed, a free starter copy of World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got my Diablo 3, the little sort of giveaway cards in there as well.
Yes, passkey, yeah, got
I'll have one of them.
Person who wins is going to be a lucky person.
That's it. I've got a dirty pack of cards I got from Egypt as well. They can have them.
Here, no,
put them in the
no,
post.
keep those. Keep those.
Oh, those kinky pharaohs. I don't know.
Have you got one of those pens that you turn upside down and the girl gets naked? They're always good.
Oh no, that was
you
the
can never have
ones.
too many of those.
They were really good, weren't they?
Yeah. I think we've got a bit off topic anyway, but still.
That's what I want to see in this tournament. I want to see more nudity inside pens. So
I've seen loads of naked Zerg.
Yeah, that's it.
They don't tend to put many clothes on.
So try and work on that. So anyway, I think that would do us today. Thank you very much for joining me again, Mr. Mohan.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
And yes, we shall be back fairly soon with another game. It will be Yabao versus Tilt, and I will crack on with that.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that myself.
At some point soon.
Okay.
Grand stuff. So thank you very much once again, and thank you for watching. We will be back momentarily.
Catch you later.
Goodbye.